What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back for the weekly Conquest episode 78, being recorded on June 24th. Um, so 2 days before or 2 days after this is going live. Yeah, I mean, thank you guys for tuning in for this weekly podcast episode. I don't got that much stuff to talk about. Um, Besides like the the crazy stuff going around real world. We're not gonna mention that. We're not gonna talk about that. So if y'all want to go look that information up somewhere else, by all means. But we're gonna keep it routine, like as always. We're gonna just keep it esports and then some non-controversial topics, so we could, like always we do. So with that being said, I am your host, AssassinADC. As you guys know me, Angel. So yeah, let's get right into it. Starting off with some esports stuff. C9 has officially released Mango following several clips of him harassing streamers while under the influence this past weekend. So, yeah, I mean, everyone knows who Mango is, very well known esports player from a while back. But, you know, the you gotta always remember the the influence you have and the persona and the status you have as a person. Um, no matter where you are, where you are, you gotta be as professional as you can because that's the image you are promoting to your fans and to the people that are in the organization that who you are. So yeah, I mean, you can go search it up on Twitter. You'll find the clips on exactly why they decided to part ways slash release him slash terminate his contract. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. Everyone knows Mango. I mean, well known well known around the esports world. So, but you gotta remember professionalism. You gotta remember you're not when you're part of a team or a company or an organization or something. You're just not represent. You gotta remember you're not just representing yourself now. You're representing them, their brand, what they're known for, and what they tolerate, what they stand for, what they want you to make them stand for, and the platform that you have to expand their side and everything. Um, so yeah, obviously I'm pretty sure he didn't mean it, but when you're under the influence, things just don't always go or pan out properly when you're not thinking straight. So yeah, it sucks, but you know, gotta gotta deal with the consequences. You make mistakes and you gotta deal with the consequences that happen. So yeah, it sucks, but you know, C9 has every right to do this. So you gotta, you know, they have every right to do this. So you can't be really upset why they did it, and Mango should understand this as well. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Let's see. CSGo on June 19th has completed would be 26 years old. So this was what 5 days ago. Yeah, Counter Strike has been around for 26 years. That's literally older than me, being I 24, and it being 26. So the game has been around longer than I have. So to see a game go on for that long and what um how much this game has been through and gone through, the ups and downs. It's pretty crazy to see a game, especially like a game like that. Not many games make it even past a couple years, but this game has been around for 26 years. So, you know, CSGO, everyone knows what CSGO is. Um, I mean, they've been around for a while, so to see it still have the fans, the support from the game developers, and they just released CS:GO 2, so but you could really say it's just a continuation slash updated graphics of the game. But yeah, it's pretty amazing things. I mean, 26 years of CS:GO. Counter Strike has been around for such a long time, and they are still going, and there's still no signs of it slowing down, especially from the recent tournament of this weekend, which we'll get into it after this. But yeah, um, yeah, CS:GO, 26 years, amazing stuff. Like I said, games don't make it past a couple years. This game's been around for 26 years, so great stuff out of them. So yeah, while we're talking about it, since I brought up the tournament, I didn't personally watch it, but I was watching clips. But uh, the Vitality, your winners of Austin CS:GO Major. Well, I don't know if, I mean, you should be. It's kind of impressive slash not surprising. So I think, if I don't know if my math is correct, but I think they're on 8 trophies, 7 trophies wins this year alone, 2025 season. They are on like an insane run, and yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, I really can't really put so much input into it because I don't watch CS:GO or know what's going on right now. But I just know that Team Vitality is just running away with everything this year alone. That doesn't even include what they went on last year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how long the season's been going on for. But yeah, they've been on an insane run. You could pretty much call themselves a dynasty. They're heading into that direction. Um, that's pretty crazy. I mean, I remember them winning six. It was just a whole thing. I think they won. They have to win like 3 or 4 for like it to be called a certain thing. But then that resets, and they're on pace for it to do it again. So, or they're already on pace to do it, or they did it. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty insane to see a dominant, just a team in an esport do that. We haven't seen that in such a long time. Um, we've seen Optic and COD at one point. We'll talk about. I think it was Final Boss in Halo back in the day when they went on a dominating couple of years. Uh, SSG last year on Halo, they went off. Let's see, what's another esport that? Not to, I can't think of much off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean they're on some a generational run right now. So I mean, the team looks pretty fucking stacked. So like I said, I don't really know much about CS:GO, and the current state and the meta. I don't know if you want to call it of the game, but I just know Team Vitality has been winning a lot of their tournaments in the last couple months. Um, so yeah, pretty impressive. But can you really say it's impressive when they've been winning a lot? So yeah. So but yeah, I mean I'm not trying to take anything away from it, but yeah, they're on like a dominant win streak right now, and from the way I saw, like I saw a little bit in from the last final match. I don't see anyone beating them. I can't really, like I said, I really can't put my 2 cents into it because I don't watch CS:GO. But I just know they're just dominant. They're dominating right now, and yeah, then they're probably gonna do it again because that's how good they are. Speaking of CS:GO's, um, I guess sister team or its own, I don't know what you would call it, the Valorant Champions Tour. I think this is like the second division. I'm not mistaken. Of if I'm not mistaken. I don't know exactly. Or this is the VC Pacific State Pacific, something like that, right? But it says because they posted it. It says the train has arrived at its destination. Paper Rex are your Valorant Masters Toronto winners. You're probably wondering why I'm bringing this up. So because I was digging more into it to see what I could talk about, and what I found a post yesterday talking about it. Someone posted this on Twitter. Um, the Twitter page is called Val to Asia, and it says, "What is being an esports fan if you're not having blind faith in your team? What is it? What is being an esports fan for a wholeheartedly believing that the universe will blend itself according to yours and will just because you can just because you believe hard enough." So what they're saying, Paper Rex, right? They were the fifth, stage one, it's regular season week 3. They were the fifth out of 6. They were 0-3. Um, so they were ruled out from the get go, and to see that they have you know, esports is like day to day. We know it's been a common thing around the world, like play just in the esports world. It doesn't matter if you're the best team or the worst team. You play the best for a short period of time against anybody. Anyone's. I mean, it's possible. You could be anybody. So, um, yeah, the best team cannot show up, and the worst team could show up, and that spark could just lead to a lot of crazy momentum and stuff like that. So, like they say, esports is a day to day. You gotta always be on your A game, but if you're not on your game, the worst team could beat the best team. That's why it's there's so many. I mean, upsets are insane, especially like stuff like this. So to know that they were 0-3 after week 3, and going up and becoming champions, pretty crazy and Cinderella story, you could say. So, um, oh yeah, pretty crazy. So congrats to them on, I guess, making a full comeback return on their performance. I guess you could say. Like I said, I don't really watch Valorant like that, but I've looked into it, and knowing that they were playing not as great, and to come out as champions is pretty insane. So props is always what matters, and which be always given to those that work hard. So yeah. Speaking of championships or tournament wins, we have the CDL champs this week, starting Thursday, which is today. Which when this goes live, it should be happening in the next hour or two, depending on when the CDL goes live. Um, so yeah, be on the lookout for some good, amazing COD. Our day one schedule. We're gonna start with Vancouver versus Miami. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, so this is gonna come out maybe 2 hours before or 3, depending on when I schedule it. But that's the first match. We got Los Angeles Thieves versus Boston. And we have Toronto Ultra versus Royal Ravens, and we got a banger to close off day one. Atlanta FaZe versus Optic, which is probably going to be the best match of day one, apart from maybe Miami versus Vancouver. So I'm going to just give off my prediction for day one. But we got Vancouver versus Miami. I think Miami will take it, I think 3-1. I think 3-1. Um, because Vancouver looked terrible last, and then Miami's been on a very incline, and they've been looking great. So wouldn't be surprised if they ended up making some noise start day one. We got Los Angeles Thieves versus Boston. This is more so a game that, how can I say, is not like a must watch because these are the best team in the game. They've gone back to back. They're going into chance with back to back championships. So tournament wins. You would say Thieves, but don't be surprised if Boston can somewhat turn up. But like I said, COD is esports is day to day. Anyone can win on any given day. So we got Toronto versus Carolina. In my opinion, I think Toronto has been the best team. Uh, the best. There's been a great team this year. Sorry, not the best, but they've been a great team. They've been consistent, and Carolina hasn't really looked that too pleasing the last couple months, heading into the last two majors. So I'm just hoping. I mean, this is probably gonna be a 3-0. I think Boston, the LA Thieves versus Boston game could be a 3-2, 3-1. It really depends on what Boston shows up. I think this one will be a 3-0. And then I think the winner. I think the winner will be Toronto. Yeah, 3-1 against Ravens. And we have Optic versus FaZe, the El Clasico, as we go not the El Clasico because that's Optic Envy, but this is technically like the classics because the rivalry and how big these two brands are. I can't really decide a winner. Obviously, I'm an Optic fan, even though I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. So I should be rooting for FaZe, but I'm not. I've always been an Optic supporter for a while, for a while. But I hope Optic win this 3-2, 3-1. But it could go the other way in FaZe's favor. That's what I feel like. Those are my predictions for day one. But I hope. But yeah, I hope so. To see some good cut at least this weekend. So can't complain. All right. Let's see. One another topic. On esports. MSI. So this was 2 days ago, yesterday. So MSI is in 3 days. It's gonna be kicking off this weekend. I don't know who will win. I haven't been keeping up with the league recently, due to some esports coming to close on their seasons. Bunch of roster manias on other esports and stuff like that. So let's just hope we get some good insane moments out of league this weekend. And I think Gen Z are favorites because they went undefeated. But and then HLE, I don't know exactly how their game is. So I don't really know who's favorited in this matchup, or the matchups into the getting to the weekend. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to tune in, but I'm gonna try to be watch so many esports going on at this weekend. So yeah. I should have talked about this when we were in the esports, when we were talking about CSGO, but the Falcon CSGO has officially signed Kayosu. Kayosu? Kayosu? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but with his rumored buyout, which I don't think, I mean, I think the owner of the Falcons announced that this wasn't but it was rumored to be a buyout of 2 mil. He confirmed that it wasn't that number, but it wasn't, but it was, I think somewhere in that range, but not the exact. Don't know if, like I said, I don't want to see us go like that. I don't know how good of a player he is. So I'm guessing he must be good if Falcons are buying out his contract, especially with the buyout and stuff like that. But we know the Falcons got money, so they're gonna be spending it. But yeah, hopefully I'll be hearing his name more down the road. But yeah, That's a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much it for esports. I don't see anything else going on. Oh, NBA. No, I'll talk about that in the next bit. I think that's pretty much it for esports stuff. Uh, I think it is. So I'm gonna move over to general. Like, I really don't have much to talk about on there. Besides the one thing I was shown by Mukhtar. Um, all right. Well, I'm trying to look for something, but other than that, for general, the one thing I thought or that Mukhtar sent me was pretty a big deal. But it says New York, uh, I guess plans to build the first U.S. nuclear power plant in more than 15 years. So don't know what this means. I don't really know much what's going on. But yeah. Uh, but yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. 15 years. I guess you could say 15 years in the making. It's been, I don't know. We'll see more about this later. I don't really know what 2 cent I could put into this topic. Besides, like, I mean, it's kind of a big deal. I mean, first nuclear power plant. That of all places is gonna be in New York. So, wow. I mean, what more can I say? Um, so, but yeah. Uh, yeah, man, I got nothing else to say. There's nothing else really popping besides like obviously what's going on around the world. But like I said, we're not gonna be talking about those topics in the podcast. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's pretty short compared to the other ones, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time. For y'all stopping by, watching this episode of the Conquest. Um, um, yeah, I mean, like what I usually say, like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when we upload. Comment down below what you liked, what you didn't like. Tell us what you think. Ask questions. Where is Mokhtar? When is he coming back? Because he's been gone for a while. Um, so yeah, be sure to look out. Go to the channel. Look at the other videos. Go look at the Minecraft, the Halo, the COD videos, our old videos, our reaction videos. Go watch it. Go watch this. We got some good stuff. Got more stuff coming out later. So yeah. Uh, yeah. I don't know much to say besides we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.